One of the things I would like to ask the commission is whether or not you want to authorize my office to pursue a forfeiture action based upon the representations from the police department as to a particular real property here located on Longboat Key.
This wouldn't be before you and the town attorney request if it was not fully supported in this case by both the police chief and myself.
I'm not taking it for granted, but I imagine this has nothing to do about taking possession of a house and a revenue generated at all. Okay, this has to do with what I would call the profana of what Longboat Key is and safety and a message to protect our electors. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
At this point, there is a case and there's an accusation. There is no conviction as yet, is my understanding. So that my question was, what was the calendar, and when would it be the deadline that we could commence this process if we so desire to do so?
There is no time frame in the statute that says when you have to file one of these. The risk in terms of timing is that the alleged bad actor, because it's just alleged, at this point in time could sell the property out from being able to be seized and forfeited.
So a guy goes free after being on trial, and he comes home and his house is not there anymore.
It's one of the abuses.
There's no doubt about it, and it's ingrained in the statute. This is a penal statute. This is a civilly penal statute. That's what it says. It's definitely slanted towards a seizure and forfeiture of property when there is a suspicion and an arrest for criminal felonious activity.
How do we improve the town by going ahead with this?
That's right.
Preservation of the public safety, health, and welfare is our number one, and arguably everything else pales compared to that. When a property is used in the alleged commission of a crime, and if it's proven, and that property is the key element that put the public who either reside or visit here at risk. And there is no stronger message in my mind about the importance of public safety than saying if someone puts our public, resident or visitor, at risk by use of their property, they're not going to get away with it, and the penalties are going to be severe here on Longboat Key. It sends a message that we will protect our people and use all means, legal means, for us to do it.
I've got concern with the commission acting as judge and jury and determiner of fact. I have every confidence in the work and the recommendation of the police department and the town manager. I don't want to cast too broad a net, but there's moves afoot in the country that reach way down into the criminal justice system and the predetermination of who is guilty and who is not guilty. And it may be a reach in this case, but I have a degree of discomfort.
I think it's early, and the risk that we would take by waiting is that we wouldn't be able to pull off the confiscation. Which, by the way, yeah, I understand what David talked about, but I also have seen this in this country. There have been many abusive uses of this law in the name of getting equipment for police and what have you, and in the face of improper cases that have been brought. It would be terrible if this guy were, as unlikely as it is, it would be terrible if he was found innocent and we had confiscated his property. That's all that bugs me.